Our higher education members have always been great leaders and activists for our union. Our 2011 Higher Education Member of the Year is no exception. Please turn your attention to the screen as we introduce our winner, Frank Frisenda.
You have to get the students engaged somehow. I teach general liberal arts students. What I want to do is promote scientific literacy, and I do this through demonstrating that science is relevant in their lives.
Here's what I'd like you to do. Hit the cinder block. Yeah, don't hit my face.
Some of the labs that I do to demonstrate inertia is to, have the students hit me with the sledgehammer, hoping, that they have a good aim.
Frank has more energy than anyone I know, and unionism runs through his veins. He just drives himself absolutely insane with one union issue after another.
When I came to Nassau, I was a bit suspicious about unions, but when I started meeting the leadership on this campus, I started realizing that this is really a grassroots organization, that the membership drives the leadership, and I just found that so refreshing, it's so exciting, that I wanted to be a part of it. Years ago, when we were without a contract, I became chairperson of a crisis committee, and I was able to mobilize the membership to do informational picketing, and we kept this up day after day after day for months, and that taught me that mobilization works, and that's when I thought I want to be a leader in this organization. I can defend this union because I believe we are trying to do the very best we can for our students. If we stick together, if we remember that we are here doing the right thing, we can move forward and we can affect positive change.
Delegates, please help me welcome from the Nassau Community College Federation, Frank Frisenda.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I only have a 15-minute break. So, sergeants, brothers and sister sergeants, let's unite and don't let anybody leave until I'm finished. Growing up a poor kid in the Bushwick section of Brooklyn, PS 123, Saddam Street, my grandmother gave me my first lesson in religion, leadership, and anxiety. St. Joseph's Day is an important holiday to Italian Catholics, where ethnic food is at the center of many celebrations. On one such holiday, Grandma enrolled my services in a skit. This was a local version about Joseph, Mary, and unborn baby Jesus going door to door, looking for a place to stay so Mary could give birth. Although I was 6 years old, I played unborn Jesus. We would walk around the owner's house, knocking on bedroom doors, where a woman would be standing behind them only to turn us away. When we finally arrived at the kitchen, the innkeeper let us enter. In celebration of my birth, a feast began. The rule was that once Jesus tasted the food, all could partake. The only problem was that I was an extremely finicky eater. Moreover, some of the food had legs, brains, and tentacles. There wasn't a chance I was going to put any of this to my lips. And as I looked out at the gathering, I saw the anxious hunger in their eyes, and looking to Grandma, I saw the anxious pleading in her eyes. I knew this was a momentous decision. So at 6 years old, I asked myself, what would baby Jesus do? So faced with my own anxiety, my only answer was to run out of the room crying. NYSUT promotes members recalling and sharing their union moment. In order to describe and appreciate my union moment, we must go back a bit in time. Upon graduating from Sewanaka High School in Elmont, at war in Vietnam, my country called and I joined the U.S. Navy. Upon my discharge, with dog's tags still hanging from my neck, I attended Nassau Community College. My first class was a United States history class taught by a newly hired radical left-wing professor. This professor had a profound impact in shaping my views of the world and was a major influence in how I have since approached evaluating the complexity of the world we live in. One of the most important lessons he taught me was to understand my adversaries to the point that I could articulate their views. After graduating from Nassau, I eventually became an air traffic controller and a member of the ill-fated PATCO union. I recall the feeling while walking that picket line. It began as a camaraderie of confidence and righteousness, and as the weeks and months passed, it slowly declined into a group ridden with fear, anger, and hopelessness. Many years later, I received employment at my alma mater, Nassau Community College. I recall being asked to attend a union meeting, and I noticed the president of the union was that same, somewhat older, radical left-wing professor. Instantly, I remembered everything. That was my union moment. I felt there was something different about this union. Here was a gathering of colleagues who I admired and trusted. And as time went on, my involvement was nurtured at the local level and matured when I started to involve myself in NYSUT and AFT initiatives. Over the years, NYSUT has defined who I am. Whether at work, at home, away on business or vacation, I notice I have NYSUT bags, hats, shirts, lanyards, pencils, pins, and sergeant vests. When people stop and ask, why are you wearing that sergeant vest? It gives me the opportunity to educate and inform or give hope and strength to our brothers and sisters. However, the tone of these discussions have changed in the past couple of years. Today, that anxious look I saw during St. Joseph's Day is in the eyes of millions of Americans. We are being attacked at every level of government and at our own institutions. There are forces that have stolen the narrative and now define the poor, the sick, the aged, the unemployed, and the public employee as special interest groups. These forces are using people's fear, anger, and uncertainty to turn American against American, union against non-union, public union against private union, NYSUT member against NYSUT member, and they will not stop. Standing before you today is a truly humbling experience. There are so many of you in this room that are my inspiration and my heroes, especially my beautiful and patient wife, Doris. During this representative assembly, we have heard and will hear stories, ideas, and strategies to reclaim the narrative. What we must remember is that we are educated, intelligent, and articulate professionals. Our profession is honorable, our challenges are formidable, and our work is critical to the survival of civilization itself. And most Americans understand this. So keep doing what you do, and regardless of the anxiety of these times, know that you are on the side of right. Take home with you this weekend the ideas and strategies that apply to your situation. Believe in each other, believe in yourself, and whatever your anxiety, you will never run out of the room crying. Thank you.